What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. DICE has released our monthly update for the month of April, so I want to briefly detail for you guys what is showing up in this update. What we're going to be looking at here for this month is basically just a bunch of bug fixes again. So just like our last month of March, where we had basically again just only bug fixes, DICE is continuing on with this pattern. So the main fixes you're going to be noticing that DICE did highlight were that loadout time that took place whenever you're trying to get into your soldier customization screen. DICE says they improved on that loading time. They as well have fixed the first person animations when running around with the auto or bulldog revolvers. There was as well other notable bugs that DICE fixed, such as the cavalry class being able to heal other vehicles when they dropped those health bandages down from horseback. DICE even went on to say that it was actually able to at times even heal behemoths, which I did notice a couple times being able to heal vehicles, but not quite as far as being able to heal a behemoth. So DICE did say they have fixed that. Now it's properly only able to heal the rider and the horse. So no longer is that the case. DICE as well fixed the issue where some people were able to get on top of buildings on Imiums. But that is basically a general feel on what DICE did for this update. I will link down the link for the patch notes down below, so you guys can go check out the full list from there. Again, just as I had previously mentioned, no new content for this month. Again, similar to what we had in March, where it was just a bunch of bug fixes. Now we do know that DICE has been testing out different game modes and new weapons on the community test environment, but we haven't seen anything show up as of right now. DICE did show in their message today for the Battlefield players who will load into their Battlefield game about the new bug tweaks. They did have as a backdrop Rupture, which is the most recent new free map that DICE has given to the Battlefield community, where no longer do you need premium pass to access this map. So even though this didn't show up in the patch notes, it seems like from the backdrop here, DICE is still kind of advertising this as it just was released as free to the whole Battlefield community as of last week. Now, this went alongside the Road Ahead update, which detailed the next couple months on what DICE is going to do with our final monthly updates that are going to show up for us on our Battlefield 1 game. If you guys want to get caught up on the road ahead for us in the next couple months, you can check out that video in the annotations above. But to give you a brief summary, DICE is introducing a new game mode called Shock Operations, which is just a smaller version of Operations with only 40 players, focused only on one map, specifically maps that right now don't have operations like River Somme or Giant Shadow. We do as well know DICE has been testing out a plethora of different weapons. Again, these have not shown up on the battlefield as of yet. DICE does have a smaller team now working primarily only on Battlefield 1, as the majority of the team has moved on to focus onto Battlefield 2018. So do keep that in mind when looking at our monthly updates from here on out, as we won't be seeing a wealth of content as we did before, as the majority of the Battlefield team has moved on to Battlefield 2018. But with that said, it does seem like DICE is trying to roll out one really good solid final update for us in the next coming months. With that said, DICE did advertise a live stream detailing what was in the patch notes alongside an Incursions live stream, which we've had seen a periodic of updates in this month since the Incursions has made it to the Xbox and PS4 platforms. Some of the updates that DICE has thrown out since the release of Incursions to those platforms has been the increase of number of players that you can have in your squad. That was originally 2, has now been increased to 3. But alongside that, DICE has increased the ban time for deserting players. From DICE's Q&A from the Incursions players, DICE has gotten overwhelming feedback about increasing ban time. So DICE has moved the first 2 strikes from the first ban time being 5 minutes is now to 15 minutes, and the second time will be from 1 hour to 3 hours. So the third time is still 24 hours, but those first 2 times you desert on the Incursions battlefield, you'll get a extended period of time where you cannot get into a matchmaking game. Again, this was from overwhelming feedback from the community wanting to increase those times. Now, there are a lot of people in the community who have complained of the high ping being part of the reason why people have been deserting. DICE has made mention that they are trying to improve that. However, though, it is still safe to say you probably do not want to be deserting when you are on the Incursions competitive mode. Staying in the game and not deserting it not only makes it a better competitive experience for the players in the game, but as well gives DICE valuable telemetry for the Incursions competitive mode. So do keep in mind that this is still in its beta testing phase, so DICE could use all of the information that they can get. For the most part, though, this was a brief summary for you guys on what has been going on for our monthly update across everything across the battlefield, from Incursions to the base version of Battlefield 1. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.